as a child, they will probably emulate those behaviors outside the house,
Right.
especially in schools.
Uh-huh.
So, how to make children grow up as good citizens? How to make them better people when they grow up? We should do it at a young age. We should start making them grow up as good citizens at a young age.
Alright.
For example, using age-appropriate consequences. When we discipline our children, we usually take the normal road by either hitting them or giving them very serious consequences. But this is not necessary. This is not always the good idea about it, because for all you know, they might be taking this disciplinary action and using it in a wrong way. They might be doing the same thing in school to other children because they think, oh, because he did something wrong, I should discipline him in the same way. So how does that...
Example.
For example,
If a child was...
when a child does not listen to the parent
at home,
and
the child was slapped.
But like maybe in school, when their friends are not listening to the teacher in class, they might be doing the same thing to him.
And slap that boy.
They slap the boy. The next thing parents should do is lead by example. If you want your children to be
If you want your children
to be a good role model, if you want your children to grow up very well, then you should be leading by example, by being a good person yourself. Treat others the way you want to be treated. The third thing is to learn how to
For example,
when if your client or your customer talks back to you in a rude way and your child witnesses this, he might be using the same thing to his friends. He might be using the same thing to his teachers. And he is going to be watching how you react to this situation. Because children respect their parents more than anyone else when they are younger. So they look up to you. They expect to learn from you. So if you handle it in a bad way, they will learn to handle it in a bad way as well.
Alright.
The third thing that we should do is that we should be a good problem solver and a good listener to our children. For all you know, they could be going through serious things in school and they might want a helping hand or someone who they can share their troubles with. Because they could be keeping all these issues that they have all by themselves. And this would not be a good thing for the child. So
yes, because if they are stressful for over 14 days, they might get according to study conducted by Dr. Nurul Izzah of USM, then the child will go into a severe depression.
After 14 days.
After 14 days,
The next thing that we should do, the fourth thing that we should do is that we should set clear rules and be a careful observer. If your child is doing something wrong or portraying negative behavior, you should stop it right before it becomes something worse. For example, if your child is lazy or your child doesn't want to do homework, you should stop it at a young age rather when they grow older, because it will be harder to stop it by then.
Okay.
So there's a quote by a famous author named Dorothy Law Nolte, and the title of the poem is "Children Learn What They Live With." So
Please allow me
to
read the poem to you.
If children live with criticism, they learn to condemn. If children learn with hostility, they learn to fight. If children live with fear, they learn to be apprehensive. If children live with pity, they learn to feel sorry for themselves. If children live with ridicule, they learn to feel shy. If children live with jealousy, they learn to feel envy. If children live with shame, they learn to feel guilty. If children live with encouragement, they learn confidence. If children learn with tolerance, they learn patience. If children live with praise, they learn appreciation. If children live with acceptance, they learn to love. If children live with approval, they learn to like themselves. If children live with recognition, they learn it is good to have a goal. If children live with sharing, they learn generosity. If children learn with honesty, they learn truthfulness. If children learn fairness, if children live with fairness, they learn justice. And if children live with kindness and consideration, they learn respect. If children live with security, they learn to have faith in themselves and in those with them. If children live with friendliness, they learn the world is a nice place in which to live. Therefore, I hope all of you will treat your children the way you want to be treated. Be a role model, a good example to them.
Nicely written.
Thank you very much, parents. Thank you very much
parents,
for your time.
For your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.